We're going to look at proportional and non-proportional relationships. Make sure that as you're watching the video, you're writing your notes. Proportional. We're going to look at proportional and non-proportional relationships. Make sure that you write your notes as you watch the video. Linear relationships will either be proportional or non-proportional. A proportional relationship means that there is a constant ratio between the values of x and y. Fill out the graphic organizer below to note the difference in proportional and non-proportional relationships. Any graph that is both linear and constant contains a proportional and non-proportional relationships. Make sure that as you watch this video, you're completing your notes. Linear relationships will either be proportional or non-proportional. A proportional relationship means that there is a constant ratio between the values of x and y. Fill out the organizer below to note the difference in proportional and non-proportional relationships. In a table, you are looking for a straight line and it needs to go through the origin. In a graph, you have to have a constant ratio between x and y, which means whenever you divide y by x, you're going to get a constant value, the same value every time. In any equation, it's going to have to be written as y equals kx. You are not adding anything because it will be that you will be having a y-intercept at that number. In this case, since we don't have anything added to the equation, it means that the line is going to go through the origin, which is 0, 0. In verbal descriptions, it should include a constant rate of change without any addition or subtraction. Proportional and non-proportional relationships. Make sure that as you watch this video, you are completing your notes. Linear relationships will either be proportional or non-proportional. A proportional relationship means that there is a constant ratio between the values of x and y. Fill out the graphic organizer below to note the difference in a proportional and non-proportional relationship. In a graph, the graph needs to be a straight line and it needs to go through the origin, which is 0, 0, in order to be a proportional relationship. For a table, it needs to have a constant ratio between x and y, which means it needs to have a constant rate of change. Whenever you divide y by x, you should get the same number. In the equations, you will have the equation as y equals kx, where k is the slope, and it should not have any addition or subtraction. For verbal descriptions, should include a constant rate of change without any addition or subtraction. Now, with non-proportional relationships, in a graph, it can still be a straight line, but it's not going to go through the origin, which is not proportional. It can go through the origin, but it's not a straight line. It's also non-proportional. Any table that does not have a constant ratio between x and y, dividing y by x will be different values. Each time they're giving you a table, you need to go ahead and divide all the given numbers as soon as the answer is not constant, it's not the same number, it is non-proportional. In the equation, any equation that can be described by y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b does not equal 0. In this case, negative 2x plus 4. Since we're adding the 4 is your y-intercept. The y-intercept is at 4, not at 0, 0. That's why it's non-proportional. For verbal description, should suggest there is not a constant rate of change, possible because of addition or subtraction. Hillary is looking for a gym to join. Gym A offers a membership for $25 a month, which means $25 every month with no sign-up fee. Gym B offers a membership for $20 a month with a $10 sign-up fee. For Gym A, this is your constant rate of change. For Gym B, this is your constant rate of change. The difference between A and B is the 10 additional dollars that is asked. So Gym A equation is y equals 25x, and Gym B equation is y equals 20x plus b. Which gym shows a proportional relationship between x and y based on the equation? Just by looking at the equation, Gym A has a proportional relationship. Complete each table to show the relationship between X, the number of months, and Y, the total cost of the membership. I'm going to use the same equations and I'm going to plug in the value of X, plug in the number given instead of X. So I'm going to have to do on A, I have 25 times 0 is 0. 25 times 1 is 25. 25 times 2 is 50. 25 times 3 is 75. Now for Gym B, I'm going to use the second equation. 20 times 0 is 0 plus 10 is 10. 20 times 1 is 20 plus 3 is 30. 2 times 20 is 40 plus 10 is 50. 20 times 3 is 60 plus 10 is 70. Now the question says which gym shows a proportional relationship. Just by looking at the tables in the equation, Gym A doesn't have a constant ratio. Now you need to graph those numbers. 0, 0, 1 goes with 25, 2 goes with 50, and 3 goes with 75. Make sure that you insert the line, that way you know where it goes. 0, 10, 1 with 30, 2 with 50, 3 with 70. That's for Gym B. So just by looking at both of the graphs, Gym A is proportional because it goes through 0, 0. If I'm looking at these examples, I need to figure it out if they're proportional or not proportional. According to my notes, number 4, it's a proportional relationship. Number 5, I'm going to use the calculator and divide y divided by x every time to see if I get the same number. In this case, I will get negative 1.5 each time, so it is a proportional relationship. For number 6, it is a straight line, but it doesn't go through the origin, which means it's not a proportional relationship. For number 7, Jen orders balloons for 99 cents each plus $2.79 for shipping, which is going to make it a non-proportional relationship because of the plus. For number 8, it goes through the origin, but it's not a straight line, so not proportional. For number 9, y divided by x, whenever I do 18 divided by 8, I get 2.25. Whenever I do 20 divided by 10, I get 2, which means it's non-proportional because it doesn't have a constant ratio. Make sure that you submit your notes and you complete the practice to get a grade for both.